Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Popcorn Watchlist podcast, where we discuss and celebrate some of our favorites in TV and film. I am your host, Xavier, and I'm excited to continue our summer 2025 blockbuster series. The next one is a bit of a reboot after another reboot, but it's definitely showcasing that Hollywood and probably the world just can't get enough dinosaurs action. So, that being said, of course, it's obvious that we're talking about Jurassic World Rebirth. And so I am very lucky to continue the conversation with my fellow Popcorn Watchlist panelists, Danny, Anthony, and Zach. Say hello, gentlemen.
Greetings.
What up? Hello there. Hello, John.
Oh, hello, Mr. DNA. No, so we can't even do that anymore because it's a reboot after a reboot. It's like the franchise has been rebooted like twice now.
It's been
like a whole new
reversed.
thing. Yeah, reboot to rebirth. Good job, Anthony. It's been surprisingly very anticipated new addition, like kind of new branch to the whole Jurassic Park, Jurassic World thing going on. And it's a whole new thing, big exciting news because it stars Scarlett Johansson, Mahershala Ali. It's directed by Gareth Edwards, who just recently was coming off of some pretty impressive stuff with The Creator. So give him back some big old monsters and some fun CG and practical effects stuff going down. And,
was that really his previous movie?
I believe so.
The Creator? That was the last one he did? Wow.
I mean, it came out, 23? Yeah, 23.
Huh. Man, it's been that long.
I'm sure there's a lot of stuff in post. And, it's been said that Gareth Edwards has been consulted now by a lot of people to help with reducing like CG costs, but still getting quality. Like, what do you need? Like, what kind of stuff that goes into it? Like, is it just going to be, farm it out? Or like, what are some of those things? I can't tell you. Like, I don't know what goes into it, but apparently he does. So he's been the guy for a hot minute.
He's the new Neil Blomkamp.
Kinda, yeah. But like, he's still throwing out movies out there that are making money. But we talk about like big names that are tied to this franchise. It's kind of been the thing since the first Jurassic World that you had Chris Pratt, you had Bryce Dallas Howard, but still like some other legacy characters coming in. This movie is a whole brand. It's like if you're talking about a reboot sequel, this is a reboot sequel for sure. Like they're the only like ties to anything going on is that it acknowledges that it takes place roughly like 5 years after Dominion. That movie came out in like 2022, so it's been 3 years that have been going on. But also, it has to find a way to basically say that yeah, dinosaurs were around, but now that dinosaurs were kind of roaming the planet again, the planet's not really jiving with the dinosaurs, and they've been dying out in a whole bunch of different temperature zones and climates, and only stuck within bands around the equator, and a few hundred miles like north and south. So very, very, very intense tropical environments. And that's kind of like the premise. And we get right into it. The whole plot is Scarlett Johansson is contracted by her mercenary Zora Bennett is contracted by Rupert Friend's character, who's like a big pharmaceutical guy. You guys notice how it always goes bound to pharmaceuticals?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So they basically another pharmaceutical company. Yeah, it's like poetry. It rhymes. No, it's always a pharmaceutical company that they're trying to get samples from these restricted zones, because now that they're only in those tropics on the equator, like countries have basically made it illegal and put bans in travel in those areas. So, he contracts her. He contracts Mahershala Ali's character, which is another mercenary, and he also contracts a former. I don't know. I guess it would be like it's like a modern paleontologist, because we're studying creatures that are now alive and technically are different because of DNA. And that's going to be Henry Loomis, played by Jonathan Bailey. Another like casting that was really hyped up because he's riding off the Wicked hype.
Well, with in the movie he mentioned that he studied under Alan Grant, so like he still studied, I guess, in the old ways, while at the same time, I guess, years later, actual dinosaurs are in the wild.
Correct, because he had never. It's cool because they throw it into that he's never seen a dinosaur like in its prime habitat or environment, and like most of the dinosaur study is kind of like, no, we don't want to like. It's like interesting. Us as a society, as like as a consumers of popular culture and visual media, we usually go nuts for dinosaurs. Is that a fair assessment to say?
Yeah,
Yeah.
very fair. I mean,
Dramatic pause,
judging
but yes, Anthony. Yeah, like it's true. Like
judging
there's
by
always yeah,
how much these movies make.
it's true. They're
I
like
mean,
a
yeah.
Fast and Furious or something.
Well, right now worldwide, it's almost hitting 700 million. It's at 659 million.
That's insane.
Wow,
That is
that's fast.
insane.
That's
That came out
insane.
in the beginning of the month.
Yeah, that is pretty wild. But again, it like Anthony agreed with me there. Like it's just, we can't get enough dinosaurs. Like we always love a good creature feature, and there's something magical about seeing something that was alive millions of years ago. You only see skeletons and other fossils in museums, and it's cool. We have this main plot that's kind of bringing that back in, and you tie in characters that have that wonder, and then there's also the hey, I need to get paid money kind of thing, and maybe get some appreciation for this, and a reaffirmation of life, this kind of stuff. And then you have our B plot, which is this family of three plus a boyfriend that are sailing out to South Africa and get caught up with some dinosaurs in the environment in that climate zone, and they get pulled into the adventure, and hijinks ensue. So it's pretty wild. But I think I'm kind of getting ahead of myself, with the introduction of these main characters. Kind of want to go into the opening sequence. What did you guys think about that?
Too convenient. Like too many convenient things happened.
Too convenient in what sense?
Which opening sequence?
The main opening sequence
the
of like
beginning
the
of the movie?
flashback. Yeah, the
Yeah,
beginning of
with
the
like
movie
the
flashback.
test lab and all that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like come on. The
I
stupid
slapped
thing with the rapper.
I smacked my head, man.
Because of the
Yeah.
rapper?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
always human error. Yeah.
It turned
but
into
also
a
like
Final Destination movie.
it kind of did, right?
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
My thing also is it's like it's the whole premise is that like Krebs, part of his big pharmaceutical company, like they want to go to like a secret test site that they had on like, which is, if you think about it, on the complete other side of the Atlantic Ocean. So then how did they take all these dinosaurs and specimens over to then bring them to the main island, which is on Isla Nublar, which is basically in the Pacific Ocean? Like logistically, like I think, and this is going to be like a major point that I'm going to bring up a lot in the movie, and I want to get your guys' opinion too, because I felt kind of crazy watching it. I was just like, I had so many like logistical questions and like common sense questions of just like, it kept taking me out of the movie. Because to be fair, the spectacle's there. Like it's cool seeing the dinosaurs. It's cool seeing these new mixes. It's cool seeing different species kind of working together in order to hunt. Like that was really cool. I thought like the main water sequences at the beginning they were really fun and like and tense. There were some thrills in there. But then you started like trying to think of like the whole logistics of it, and like, oh, like this happened there before. It's just like none of this makes sense. Like I don't get it. Truly just don't get it. And if they owned InGen's patents, why couldn't they just get another like bigger force to go in there and reclaim technically their property? I mean, like there's a lot. Like I don't want to get ahead of myself, but going back to the opening sequence, like the whole lab, like it felt also way too like high tech for it being 1992 or 1993, right? Because like I didn't even know. Like I don't know, guys, correct me.
Well, it wasn't
did that
93.
flashback? What year was it?
It says 17 years ago.
Yeah, it was 17
17?
years prior to
Yeah.
the current event of the movie. Or the
Okay,
current time
so
of
if
the
we
movie.
say it's so that means like
So when did
just
Dominion
before
end? So I would say it's 17 years from when like the end of Dominion.
Really? Or is it the end or the begin? Like Zach said, the beginning of the movie. Again, like these are logistical questions that I didn't find clear. Maybe I'm dumb and I just
But
didn't
that
pay
text
attention.
is the beginning of the movie.
Yeah,
But the
So they're just
17
saying
years.
17 years ago. So if they're talking about real time, which is 2025, I don't think so because I believe Dominion kind of like didn't it shift forward in time a little bit?
So then what?
Well,
So then what year
isn't there
was
a time
Jurassic
gap?
World? What
Wasn't there a
year
time
was
gap from the last one?
So Jurassic World came out in 2015. So if you're gonna go off of that
Like
timeline, then
in our real world
in
time,
our real
like
world, yeah. So remember they redid Jurassic Park to become Jurassic World, right?
mhm,
So they
mhm.
had, hey,
Well,
here are the crazy
Rhode
experiments. So I
Island, I
guess
think.
that's why. But like the tech seemed very like a lot. There was a lot of analog tech. Like the old computers were still there. Like there was a lot of questions that I was just like, dude, what?
So if you just go based off our timeline, 2025, 17 years ago was 2008.
Okay, no, yeah. Here it says in 2008, like literally like
There
in the
you go.
like for the synapse of the movie. In
So
2008,
it takes
InGen
place
is
in 2025.
operating a dinosaur research laboratory.
Okay.
Huh. All right.
So the movie takes place like the modern part of the movie takes place same year as us, like in real time.
Okay. So all right. If it said 5 years after Dominion, if we take Dominion at its face value that it was in 2022, right? So that means 2027. Then 2022 minus 17 is 2008. So I guess they were developing dinosaurs to them new like genetic stuff to put them into the new Jurassic World, right? That's where
Correct.
all this was going
Yeah.
on. Okay.
Right.
Here where I'm
That's what
looking on,
that's
it
where they
does show
got the
2027.
This is the whole episode. We're gonna just start like
doesn't
asking
matter.
the logical questions. Really.
Well, that's what happens when they start a movie like that with text and then they show you this high-tech lab.
But it's
And they were
also
like,
not high
"Hey,
tech. That was the weirdest thing to me. I was like,
Like
this
this
is
was
high tech,
yeah,
but also
you know
not.
how
2010,
you know how high
2010.
tech it is? It's so high tech that a Snickers wrapper destroys the whole like security
Ventilation
system.
system. No,
No, no,
ventilation
no,
system
not
or
the
something, right?
ventilation. It went into the ventilation system and messed it up, and it made the whole security system reboot,
So that
and
yeah,
the whole
and
facility
lock
just
them
went
in.
up to crap.
Yeah,
No,
and
it
then
didn't
they
lock them in. It opened up all the doors, so that's why the dinosaurs came out.
oh
Like
yeah,
it just
that's
rebooted
right.
everything because of a wrapper. And I was, oh my god, this is how the movie starts.
That's the Dennis Nedry effect because he was eating all those candy wrappers and had them all over the place from the first movie. Damn, I'm a nerd. Anyway,
Almost.
There definitely should have been a more like realistic like issue to have happened. Like not like, oh, he was eating a candy wrapper and the AC vent blew it to a different like that's so dumb. That's so dumb.
to me, these movies are always like you need a mix of human negligence plus unexpected natural phenomenon of something, and then that's why all this crap happens. To me, it just felt like this is random as hell. Like
Right.
it should have been like somebody like, oh, I'm not paying attention to this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, but it's just like, oh, a random Snickers wrapper. Also,
It's like
like
the one
he
guy
should
eating
have waited.
something. Yeah, the one guy eating something without, and he doesn't have like his full helmet on. And then like, oh, let me finish this last piece before I open the door, and then I'll put my helmet on. Like nobody else was eating. Like it seems like a very clean laboratory, and this is the
And
only guy
someone's
eating
not like
something.
enforcing a standard of just like, dude, what are you doing
Yeah,
eating? Like,
yeah.
stop
Like
that.
the lady that he had to time the key twist with, she should have been like, like, hey, why are you eating that?
What are you
And
doing?
then
Yeah.
and I don't know. It was
Yeah.
ridiculous.
That's probably what happens when people just are into such routines that they just let stuff slip. Anyway, yeah, that whole
If
sequence
this
was
was
like
the
scary, but
90s,
also like, come on, like
if this was the 90s, like if this movie was made in the 90s and it opened up like that,
It
I
still
would
would have been dumb.
understand it. I would get
No,
it.
no, no. It still would have been dumb because this would have been coming out after the first movie. So it's like you're still comparing it to the first movie. It's like it still would have been dumb no matter when it came out. We just wouldn't have compared it to Final Destination because
But
that
it's
hadn't
like
come out
just
yet.
the trope of it. It's like, oh, this guy was eating and the wrapper got caught in something and it caused all these malfunctions. Like that's such an 80s and 90s thing to do.
Yeah, I don't know.
Probably even older.
It was a rough start.
Yeah, it was like it's trying to be grandiose and spectacle, but it was just like, oh wait, what? Like the logical steps got into place. Like it took away from the whole damn, this guy's gonna get eaten by Frankenstein dinosaur, which it looked like a rancor. Like honestly, like I forget the name of is
The
it
T-Rex.
Gigantosaurus?
No, it's
The
just
D
T-Rex.
Rex. Yeah, the D Rex. Like, to me, it just looked like a rancor. I was just like, I don't like the
Yeah.
design. Like it was very like
It's like
there's a difference between making it
Rancor.
like ugly and like fascinating ugly and just like I don't want to look at this.
Yeah, because it's just like a splice of multiple dinosaurs or creatures. So it's just Rancor slash Xenomorph slash whatever else. It has
Yeah.
4 arms for some reason.
And I liked the explanation that was given where dang, what's this guy's name? Rupert Friend's character. He's just like, like it's property, so we didn't want to necessarily, euthanize it or destroy it, but we wanted to, like they just kind of left them there. Like, really? Like after all the people died, whatever? Like you didn't it wasn't like the raptor, but they said shoot like actually kill one of the raptors. But anyway, I have to stop comparing it to the original. But he
Do we?
Yeah, like it's an interesting beginning, and then that's where you hit the whole premise. Like you get the whole setup of this is your crew. You get the douchebag Ed Screen showing up because Ed Screen is just showing up and being dumb.
It
And
took me
being
so
kind of a
long
douche.
when I was watching the movie. It took me so long to realize that. Oh yeah, he was in Deadpool.
Yeah, it's
No,
Francis.
I immediately recognized. Oh, it's Ed Screen. Here we go.
No,
Like
because I recognized him. I was just like, God, like where did I see him from? And it was like the only movie that I had seen him in aside from Jurassic World. I was like, oh my God, like it's eating me alive. So in the movie, I take out my phone and I look him up. I'm like, oh, duh, yeah, Francis. It was
Did
eating me
Ed
alive.
did Ed Screen play um what's this game? I know Rupert Friend played this character, the assassin, the video game assassin. It-
oh, you're talking about Agent 47?
yeah. I know Rupert Friend played him. Didn't Ed Screen play him in another sequel?
I don't think so. I don't think he played he was anything involving Hitman.
I don't
Sounded
know
like
why
I
I thought
said
he did.
Hitman, but it's Hitman.
He
Yeah,
he
it's
was also
Hitman.
in Game of Thrones,
Yeah.
and I know him from Midway,
Dario Naharis, and then he changed to
Mhm.
Superman.
and
He
then
was
of course he
in
was in
Battle
Rebel Moon.
he was in Alita Battle Angel.
Yep. Yeah,
That's right.
that's the
Yeah,
thing. I know he was in Rebel Moon. I'm just like,
Yes, he was. He was the bad guy.
and he was in the Transporter Refueled.
no, we don't talk about that. Maleficent. Anyway, but yeah, anyway, yeah, he's a kind of douchey guy. So going into like that whole setup, and then we look at the Delgado family, and guys, I'm so mad that they named this kid Xavier. I was like, damn it, like he's gonna be the dumbest character, and it's named after me. Like it's my same name.
I mean,
The
in the
whole
beginning when they
I was
first
already to me, I was
introduced,
like, this is strike two. Like like one, it's like this. The opening sequence is kind of like a glorious mess. Part two, named part two, this character is like the dumb guy, and it's shares the same name as me. I was like, man, we're 0 for 2 here. I don't know why his
uh,
last name was Dobbs, but whatever.
when they first introduced like this family, and then like I guess like the dad talking or like not really
You do
liking
suck.
the kid. I was like, oh, this is gonna be like it's gonna cut to this family like for the rest of the movie, and it's gonna suck. But it did kind of get a little funnier towards like towards the end.
There were some sequences where just like, um, it was like humorous in the sense that like when this party like got separated after the big like water attack, on Kincaid's boat, that whole sequence, and they got split up. Like it was cool seeing like, okay, this is how we split them up and how we're gonna switch between the two, and the whole drama of Krebs trying to like basically murder this girl, or like murder by dinosaur like this girl, instead of just like, hey, let me save you, but we're also gonna do our thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like he burned any goodwill, which again was just like almost like comically like cartoon villain writing. I was just like, man, I know the guy's like in it, but like seriously, like that was kind of a jump. That's what I thought, but whatever. Um, that whole the sequences that they had, like some of the humor and the tension with like Xavier trying to like go off to the woods to do his business, and like oh man, he's about to get jumped by raptors, and then surprise, like aerial raptor eats raptor. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of funny.
Did they
yeah,
ever name those dinosaurs?
no, they're just I just called them raptors with wings, like actual
A-
raptors because they give them wings.
Aerodactyls.
Aerodactyls.
Yeah.
They're not really
Aerodactyl.
aerodactyls. Yeah, yeah, seriously. But it's like getting back into the main point, like yeah, like Anthony, like Danny had said, yeah, this is gonna switch between these two people back and forth. Um, it's a whole like, all right, like how are we gonna get these people back together? Because hey, we gotta follow, like they had the convenient plot stuff to kind of go through, and this is the whole like family bonding moment, come together, and the little girl's scared of dinosaurs, but then she meets a fun little tiny little dinosaur that she can now like have be a friend with. I forgot what was the name of the dinosaur. It's really cute though. Like that
Dolores.
Dolores. Yeah, it was cool.
It was
Um,
cute the first like 2 times, and then the third or fourth time I was like, how did it even get there?
It was like it just showed up as like, and then like yeah, you
Yeah.
know what I mean.
It just showed
Like
up
did they
out
did
of
they
nowhere.
allude to the fact that maybe it was a runt of the nest and they left it alone? Like they alluded to nothing of that.
No. No. It was just in the woods. And I guess it liked the little girl's candy.
Yeah, I mean it is good candy.
What I mean, they just said it was licorice. I don't know exactly what she had. Was
Is
it
it
with
Twizzlers or Red
Twizzlers?
Vines?
I don't know.
We're a Red Vines family.
But
Yeah,
yeah, I
it's
mean,
yeah. Okay, go ahead.
the yeah, I don't know. The beginning of the movies, at least for me, I've seen it twice now, and it was a bit more boring the second time I watched it. I think it takes like 40 minutes for like a dinosaur to show up. Or no, I'm
Well,
not counting. I'm not counting the D-Rex at the beginning. I'm talking about like once they're the family's in the water, and then they get semi attacked.
they get
But
sort of attacked. Which
yeah,
again, I thought that sequence was cool.
yeah.
But
I mean,
also, yeah, like the whole the introduction of Loomis like brought in some very interesting things. Like, hey, like here's your final chance to see dinosaurs in modern dinosaurs in this habitat. And then there's also like, hey, like, are we gonna sell Cure? Are we gonna crowdsource it? And you know, Bennett's going over a loss of of someone that she cared about on a job, and Kincaid lost a kid. There's like they established those things, and the Delgado family, like the dad's trying to like connect with his daughters because they're separated. I get it. Like it's a lot of the times the movies, like the OG movies, especially the first two, and a little bit of the third, are a little bit about family. So and just
and
no Vin Diesel. I get.
you know how they established those character moments in like a 5 minute sit down sequence of just Scarlett Johansson and Herschel Ali talking to each other. I don't know. I just felt like it's like the movie stops for us to have a 5 minute backstory for the two characters. So it's a little weird.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I think overall, like the movie has like pacing stuff. Like to me, like it felt long like the only time I got to see it. Like I don't know what Anthony mentioned it, but Danny, Zach, what did you guys feel like? Before we get to maybe some other like set piece moments that you guys might have liked. Like, what did you feel overall?
For me, at least, I think the first half kind of dragged on a bit, and then later on, when you actually start getting to some of the action and some of the dinosaurs, then it kind of like had a better pace. But it did feel kind of longish.
Yeah, it's yeah, and even like to the point when like you said, like maybe the split before everybody comes together. Like there are some interesting ideas. Like there's like I think like there were just those ideas weren't like really explored. Like um I don't know, like there's always this theme in the Jurassic Park movies about like the hubris of man and trying to like see that nature says no to that. And like I didn't really get that in this movie. It was just like random people go into a place where there's dinosaurs and see what happens. Like that to me is kind of like the generalness of it all. Like
It's F
and
around and find out the movie. Is that what it is?
kinda. I mean, it's like, and then all and again, like the moment where Loomis like had got to see the like the Gigantosauruses, or I forget the name of this, but
I
like
think
the
the ones with the long tails.
yes, like
I
where
think they
he
were Titanus or something like
Titanosaurus,
Titanosaurus.
yeah. Like that I love that sequence because that was like, hey, remember like this, yeah, dinosaurs are scary and they're gonna eat you, but it's also look at the grandeur of it all. Like that is like that was like the only really like the one scene that like tries to recapture the original um professionals looking out into the island with John Hammond saying welcome to Jurassic Park. Like that was a whole that was really the only scene. Like,
Well,
everything else was just like, okay, like harrowing moment after harrowing moment, or at least with the family, like the mercenaries and Krebs, they didn't, and Loomis, like getting the samples, like the scary stuff that they had happening was basically like going to the cliffside temple, like whatever human structure that was there. Again, like there's just like very interesting choices for things there. Like it just seemed cool, but it also like wasn't, and like the whole like yeah, I don't know, like there's like I'll give it out to the rest of it, but like um I'd like for you guys to, if anything, like run down, just mention some of the other like fun, like those little snippets and sections that at least got your attention and interest and made the movie exciting and thrilling.
who's going first?
One of, I mean, I know it's been mentioned before in like some of the things where this is like an iconic scene apparently in the books, but wasn't ever shown in the movie. The whole like the raft scene going down the river. Um, I enjoyed that sequence a lot, even though it was kind of funny the way they did it, like when they first inflate the raft. Um, but at least the whole process of the T-Rex waking up and coming down, I thought that was it looked
Was that
cool.
in the original book, or is it like in like or is it in like Lost World or something?
Apparently, it's in the original book.
Cool. With which characters? I mean, if you don't know, that's fine. But like,
No, I haven't. Let me look it up in the meantime.
okay, yeah.
I like
I
that scene too. But like with a lot of the scenes that I somewhat liked, I feel like there was something else that they had to add, that either was well, here's a callback to the one of the originals, or I don't know, it just felt like it's cool but it's not as good. Like it's kind of cool but not as good as this. And so I like the scene too. I mean, the T-Rex is in it, so it's always cool seeing a T-Rex. Um, yeah, this girl was like dragging the box with the raft when they were like telling her to be quiet, and then she she opens it and makes the loudest noise. Um, and then I like
yeah
how the raft like covers like the viewers uh, angle of the T-Rex, because the T-Rex was just laying down sleeping, and then once the raft falls, it just turns into Jason and disappears.
he's like, oh,
Um,
where'd it go?
that was
Like,
one thing I noticed more in this movie the second time I watched it. It just seemed like most or like all the dinosaurs in this movie, they're just like ninjas, where like you don't hear them even though they're huge monsters, they're huge creatures. And for a bunch of the movie, it's like you don't feel that, not in every scene but in a lot of scenes, like they're close to the characters and you just don't either hear them or you don't see them. And it's just like I don't understand. And I think in every other movie, not just like the first one, in every other movie, they like make it a big deal to like show you like these things are gigantic and the ground shakes, water ripples and all that. And I felt like that wasn't as much in this movie. Like they had big creatures in this movie, but a
yeah,
lot of them were very
anytime
stuffy. Very stealthy
exactly.
somehow.
I agree. Every time a T-Rex like stepped, it was like, oh, remember these are, giants that walk the earth, not like I am actually, a ninja where with like wearing nothing. Like if it was going back in the water or something, like there were some moments where like, oh, that part was really cool. The other parts that I was like, okay, this is dumb, is the whole like, okay, cool. She's in there. Like she looks for the raft or a boat. Like she could just wait for a signal from the family in the freaking like grass to be like, wait, stay, or then
No,
go.
but the
Like,
thing is, they kept telling her, and then she like wasn't paying attention to them, even though they were like
Yeah, she
across.
wasn't even
They
looking
were across the
back.
pond or the lake, like telling her, shh, be quiet. And then she kept just like dragging the whole raft box, making all this noise. And for some reason, she just decided to inflate it. And they're all telling her, like, don't do it. There's a
so do
huge
it.
T Rex there.
No, yeah, she
Um,
I
couldn't hear. I'm sure. Like she's probably 100 feet across the river, and
but she's not
and
looking because they're all
she's
like making hand
they're
gestures
all
at
they're
her.
all hand gesturing. Yeah, like there's this
anyway, the whole
like
time, yeah, the whole time she's walking backwards with her back again facing
yeah.
them. So
And
she's
then
not gonna turn
when
around.
she like she inflates it and then she gets in the water, she's and then they're like, all right, hurry up, you better hurry up because now you woke the T-Rex up and she's over there paddling. The one part I didn't understand is like at that point wherever they were, the lake was extremely calm, and even like when the T-Rex woke up, it was just drinking the water. And then like they turn a corner and then now it's all of a sudden like the river rapids, and it's like the crazy. I don't know how they got to a rapid section, but it made the scene cool.
I mean, it's just the same way
So
as like how they needed to get the like a winged dinosaur egg sample. Like, oh, we got to put it in like old, you know, temple grounds of like some civilization. Which remember, this is on an island, by the way.
Right, I
Like,
know. I don't know what they were doing with that, but
they're just, it looks cool, but don't think about
it
it,
doesn't make
please.
sense. Exactly, it
Yeah,
doesn't. It's like why is there like an ancient temple here?
that was gonna be Legends of the Hidden
so
Temple for a
in
What
second.
kind of
the
island is this?
in the original book, it was the raft chase with Dr. Alan Grant, along with Lex and Tim Murphy.
Oh, Lex and Tim Murphy. Okay, got you.
Nice.
And it was also pursued by a T-Rex.
Yeah, yeah. It was a T Rex swimming. Correct.
I mean, yeah. Once the T-Rex was like slowly walking toward them as they were trying to paddle away, and then it's just like, I'm gonna swim now. I'm like, oh boy. I mean, I know they showed it in the trailers, but just seeing the whole thing in motion, just like, yeah, that's extremely scary. Just having a T-Rex swim toward you. Um,
Yeah.
and then like when the camera's underwater, the dad's getting taken by the rapids, and then the T-Rex is just waiting for him. And he's just like, I'm gonna put my mouth in the water and wait for you. I was like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was also kind of cool. Like here it comes, and then
I thought it
like
bit his foot off at that one point, but it didn't.
yeah.
It would have made more sense for him to actually like be limping the rest of the movie, even though he like for half the
Okay,
movie he broke his
we
leg, and
no,
then the
we
other
need to
half of the
talk
movie
about this. Okay,
his leg was fine.
all right. So the water sequence again after the family, and then the boat gets to capsize. They rescue the people, and then all right, let's find Mosasaurus. Let's get the sample, and then the fin dinosaurs are also like helping it hunt. Whatever. Oh, that's very thrilling and scary. Dad Delgado like tries to like or Ruben like tries to go out there and like catch it and whatever, and like I don't. It looks like he dislocates or breaks his leg. Like it's something. Like it snaps. Like it looks bad. And then it's like throughout a lot of the movie, it's like yeah, I can walk. I also can't walk for this one moment, but then now I can walk. I can also swim because I can be in the
Mhm.
water looking for
Right.
my daughter. I was like
A-
that. I just don't know.
And then
Like
the next sequence, he like grabs a stick to like use as a cane because he can't walk again. It's like, make up your mind, man. And then by the end of the movie,
they're
he's running.
crawling.
They're crawling.
He's
He's
running and
running.
crawling.
Like it's like nothing ever happened. So
Like I don't know. I would be like filming the movie. Is like, isn't my leg supposed to be broken? Like should I just die for my kids? Like what's happening here?
no,
Like
don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it.
yeah, don't worry about it. Where he get that kind of money, man? Like don't worry about it. I just
Yeah.
yeah, like there's things like that that always made every like harrowing, scary situation, again, take me out. I'm just like, okay, this is kind of ridiculous. Like the same thing with the D-Rex, like destroying the helicopter. Like, dude, how? Like it's the D-Rex is in the smoke. It can't see. So then, like, you know what I mean? Like, come on. Like, I know I'm asking a lot in terms of logic, and I shouldn't
But
because
you're
this is
not
just.
though. You're not though
But
because it goes along, like that scene goes along with what I said earlier. Like it was silent and apparently the D-Rex was there, so it's like that thing is huge. You would have heard it and you probably would have seen it through the smoke because it's huge. And then it's
yeah,
just like,
and
no,
it's
it
also
came out of
really ugly.
nowhere. Yeah, it came out of nowhere, and then like all of a sudden the face comes through the smoke, and it's like, hey guys, I caught the helicopter with my mouth. Um,
Yeah, yeah, that was
I
nuts.
like the part, going back to the rapids part, when it's just the girl, like the rest of the family, kind of like, they're able to grab onto like a,
The Rock,
kind of
but
like a
she's still
pile, the
stuck.
rock formation, but she's still like stuck in the water, and then she finds the raft, and then she's underneath the raft, and then it was cool, and also like emulating the first movie with the kids in the jeep with the T-Rex biting down on the top of the jeep, where the T-Rex sees the raft and bites down on it, and then you see the perspective of like her underneath the raft, and you just see like the teeth. Like it was
Yeah,
a very, very cool visual, and I liked it. But then it's like that should have popped. Like, are these teeth not sharp? It should have popped. And then
I
when it
think it's
grabbed
they're
it,
not that sharp. It's more so. Remember, it's jaw pressure when they bite down.
right? So
So like,
there's the next scene. The next scene is the T-Rex completely bites it, and that's why the whole family thinks, oh, like it's eating the girl. And then it bites the raft completely, and then like lets it go, and then later on the scene as like a comedic moment after they're all safe, the raft comes out of nowhere, I guess from underneath the water, and then it's
yeah, it got pushed
perfectly
down so
fine.
far, and then it came back up, and it's
Right, so
perfectly
like
fine.
it was
Yeah,
perfectly fine from being in the jaws of the T-Rex, not
yeah.
just showing the teeth. So it's like, oh,
I remember watching it
okay.
too. I was just like I have to like stretch my imagination, see like
That's
how much of that was just pure rubber, because maybe it's like, because I'm like, oh, it's rubber, it should survive. But oh wait, the tires from the Ford Explorers or whatever from the first ones got destroyed because the T Rex was
Mhm.
biting it down. Like there's a lot of that.
Yeah, so it's like there's cool moments, and then it's like gets mixed in with like these like, like I shouldn't have to think about that. Like just like you said, like you have to. Why are you worrying about the logic of this movie? It's like they're making you worry about it because it's so like illogical.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like the other two mercenaries, like what did you guys think of this one chick that was trying to get like the supplies and like not seeing the other two, like again the dinosaurs that woke up and
The
they're like, oh
ninja
cool.
dinosaurs
Yeah,
on the beach.
On the
yeah.
beach, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was a cool kill.
It was cool, but I mean, was saying like, hey, they're, I think he said like they're amphibious, so like they can come on land. So like we got to get out of here. We got to hurry up. That's why they were all trying to like get off the beach and trying to get the supplies because they're like we're still not safe. Um, it was just weird.
Also, like,
It
how
was
did
a
no one see
cool.
it?
No, yeah, it was a cool visual because like the camera's just like focused on her, and then like to the right you see one of them like on the shore, and it just gets up because I guess it somehow
It
got.
heard them probably.
I was
It
gonna
was
say,
either
yeah, you
I don't
you
know if it was
watched this
sleeping.
already.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
don't.
think it was
You watched it
sleeping.
twice, so
Yeah,
like, is it like, watching it the second time? Are you able to see, um,
so
like, are
it
you able to see it in the background?
so you can
Yeah,
see
it was
it
in the
there
background.
laying down, but it's not like it came in swimming from the ocean and then came and ate her. It was already like on the beach,
Yeah, it was like
like
laying
in the
down, probably
sand,
asleep.
and then it like gets up and then goes and walks behind her and snatches her.
But
But
yeah, well, in the water, it went into the water, and
yeah,
then the camera shifts lower, and then we just see her like get drug,
um,
uh, and then
those
eaten.
are so those are I know they were so those were like they would circle around to like show the Mosasaurus like to get food for it, or I kind of didn't understand what they were saying, that what those dinosaurs were doing. They're like helping to gather food for the bigger dinosaur.
Yes, yeah, they're helping the mosasaur kill so that they can get scraps. Yeah, like they're
Okay,
working together.
so those smaller ones, I'm doing smaller in quotes. You can't see me.
Yeah, they're so huge.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, those are the Spinosaurus. That is the main dinosaur from the third movie.
Yeah, and they're a lot
Just not as big.
smaller.
Yeah, they're not as big.
Those are
It's the same-
Spinosauruses and not the other one. There's other
Correct.
dinosaurs that
Oh
have
no,
that.
they
Yeah,
Yeah.
said
this
they
is
said this is
Spinosaur.
Spinosaurus. It's just not the huge one from the third movie. They're the same species, but just smaller versions.
Huh.
Because I think that third one, the Spinosaurus, that was the first time in these movies that we saw a dinosaur like going into the water. And, that scene was cool in that movie. But yeah, so so like it was like weird because I was watching, I'm like, did they just say Spinosaurus? I was like, they're like they're making them seem like they're this tiny little thing compared to the Mosasaurus, which is
Yeah. At the same time,
really,
remember,
really
yeah,
big.
like Spinosaurus was like, I can murk a T-Rex. They established that in the third movie. I was like, damn, Spinosaurus is real. It's legit. But like it's a yeah, that was like a whole thing, and like there's a lot of the sequences like that, and then
Yeah.
but
To
I
be
do like that Krebs did like, oh, let me be smart and look for a gun, like that was smart, like I kind of
who
like
looked for a
that.
gun?
Krebs, Rupert Friend's character, when he saw the wreckage of the helicopter, or whatever, he's like, oh,
He didn't
cool.
look for a gun.
Or no, he saw it and it goes, wow, that guy's dead. Look, a gun.
The second time I watched it, I kind of laughed more at that part because they're kind of like chilling, like the whole group is chilling, and then they start walking away, and he sits back and gets his flask out to get some water, and so he puts his flasks in this running water on the floor, thinking that it's clean water, and then he drinks it, and then sees like something falls on him. He's like, "What is that?" And he thinks it's like dirt, and I'm assuming it's like blood mixed with dirt or whatever, because he looks up and very close to where he's standing is that wreckage. It's not like
Yeah.
it's extremely high up that nobody would notice. Like any of the team would have noticed this plane, and then and
No, man,
then
jungle foliage.
and then
Jungle
there was
foliage.
and then there was whoever was in that plane. They're a skeleton now, but like they're dead, and whatever remains that are in that plane were just dripping down. So Rupert Friend was probably drinking some extremely nasty water with
Like
whatever was
water.
dripping down
Dead
from that
composted water.
wreckage. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Oh, look, a gun that's like a couple of feet above me, and then I'll just grab it."
It's like, look at me. A gun.
One of the conveniences of the movie.
Yeah.
But
That,
but
that's that's
to be
wild.
more positive, I liked the first big sequence, which was them trying to get the DNA from the Mosasaurus.
Yeah, that part was
That
really
was a cool
cool.
sequence.
Yeah. Again,
It
like
was
a
funny.
lot of the water sequences was wild.
It
Yeah.
was funny when Scarlett Johansson misses when she's all like, "Are you sure you can shoot this? Because I'm like a professional." And then like the first thing that happens is water gets sprayed on the,
Miss.
and then she misses.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh my god, come on!"
Yeah, there
I
were
th-
some
or
good
like,
moments like that between her and Loomis. Like there was like some humor in there. I'm just like, man, they're pretty chipper for like having a whole bunch of dudes die, like, and one chick. Like that's pretty wild.
yeah, and I think what makes it even weirder, like you were talking about with the pacing, because I get they're like, okay, well they don't have time to like be sad or whatever, and because they got to keep going or else they're gonna die. But it's like, but they had that whole 5 minute conversation talking about like their past, and the whole reason Scarlett Johansson's character was kind of like in between jobs. She was on a break because of her last job. They mentioned that she lost somebody, she lost a friend, so she was like really torn up about the loss of that partner or friend. And then even later while they're on the boat, she's like crying because she's still remembering about this friend. And then like once the movie gets started and then people start dying, she's the first one that's like, "All right guys, let's just go. We can't like cry about our the losses." It's just like it's kind of weird. Like it's different than how she was acting before. But like
Exactly.
I know
Yeah.
Mahershala Ali, he was like two of my people just died because and like he crashed his boat on the island. He's like,
My boat's gone. Two of my people died. I'm still dealing with the trauma of my dead son. Like, this is the thing. Like, and like the whole like, I got to do right by this family. So yeah, like the whole the that sequence, the sequence where his other dude, like with the winged dinosaur, like
Mhm.
they're like, oh, again, like he got like it was like, oh man, I might make it. Like that was a cool sequence. Like man, he might actually make it. And then you're like, ah, he did not make it. And then and then everything
The
with
slow
Loomis
death.
falling, like Loomis falling, like oh, he's like whatever, it
Ugh.
hits the thing with the water, and then the musical flourish is like surprise, like I'm
Yeah,
okay
it's
now, like
weird.
let's
It's
have fun. And I was like, what is happening? Like tonal whiplash.
right. It's like this is a pretty cool scene, and then it's like, oh wait, he falls, and then you're like, immediately you just think he's dead. No, he gets saved by like the palm trees from Avatar
The,
that can
the
stop your
trees were
momentum.
making his fall. Yeah.
Oh, so I don't know. What did you guys think about that part? This is the second mission because they had to go on 3 missions,
Well, no, it's the last
right?
mission because
Oh, is
mission
it?
three. Yeah,
Which one
because
was the
mission
second one?
two was the Titanosaurus. That was easy
Oh, that's
peasy.
right.
Yeah,
That's right.
that was easy, beautiful cover girl. Like,
I mean, I thought it was a pretty cool. Like some parts of it were pretty cool. Them scaling down the cliff side. And then the one part where the guy's trying to climb up the cliff, and the pterosaur is like trying to snap at him, and then we get to the top, and he's
it's already in the mouth.
in
Yeah,
its
that part was
mouth.
like, damn. Like, I was legit rooting for. I was like, oh, he might. Ah, and that was like those damn, like that's scary. And then it's just like, oh no, we're gonna hide in the cave now. We're safe now. Like, I was like, okay, like that sucks. But um, also like Zora like dodging in the cave, like that was pretty cool too. Like it showed like, all right, she's capable, she's competent, she knows what she's doing.
Yeah. A little weird that she was like, I'm fine with her dodging, but then she's like punching it. I'm like, I don't know if you should be doing that, and I don't know if it'll work either. She's like trying to punch it and kick it, but
Yeah,
no, yeah, it was. She was definitely more capable in that moment than she was on the on the boat missing the
true.
shot. But
Yeah.
I did. Was I the only one, or maybe it's just me and Xavier? But was I the only one that during that sequence when it started, it felt like mission 3 or prehistoric pterosaurus? Was that going through your head, Xavier?
Um,
It was
not
going through my head.
not turtles in time, but like it felt like all right, here we are, start, and then like climb mountain. Like it felt kind of like that, but like I did not get prehistoric pterosaur because that would have been a great turtles in time reference, but no, I think I was invested in the whole mission. I was like, oh, this is cool. Like this is that, this should be interesting. But then like again, like there are little moments that are just like, I'm sorry, what? Like what has happened? Like or like, man, like that's a stretch or a big like sense of the imagination. But we still got to points. We got the river scene with the family. We talked about Xavier not getting eaten, even though he almost got ate.
The second, so okay, the second mission you're saying was the Titanosaurus, right?
Yeah, mission one was Mosasaurus.
Yeah, yeah. So that scene in general, I liked it. I liked how the dinosaurs looked, and it was the nice scene of the movie, like the nice calm scene, trying to
And the
emulate,
majestic scene, yeah,
right?
like
Trying
look,
to emulate
dinosaurs are
the
beautiful.
that first scene in the first movie when they first see was it
Mhm.
the Brachiosaurus? Um,
Yeah.
but again, like I don't know why. I guess why I didn't notice it the first time. But so seeing it a second time, they're walking in the tall grass like this guy told them not to in Lost World. But they're in the area where the Titanosauruses are. This is back to my ninja dinosaurs.
Mhm.
So they're like sneakily walking through the tall grass. They're like, "Oh, we're close. We're close. We're coming up close." And then that's when you see like one of the long tails start coming up, and then like the camera just follows the long tails, and then you see the head of one of them come up, and then all of a sudden the camera goes up, and then it's like now there's like 5 of them, and it's like they're not far away, they're pretty close to where the characters are. So I was like, how is it that they didn't see these as they were walking forward, and that they didn't
I
hear
thought the
this
same.
like gigantic dinosaurs? And it's like, oh wait, like they weren't hiding either. Like you could have said like, oh, maybe they were laying down in the grass and then they stood up. It's like, but they weren't. It was just like their necks just moved into view of the camera. None of them were laying down because the two main ones that we were being shown, they started to pretty much make out. like they were twisting their necks together. They were showing, they were like
Oh
in
yeah.
love or whatever. But it was nice, but it was just like I don't understand how. And then by the time the scene ends, the camera pans up more, and it's just like a whole section of Titanosauruses. It's like, where were these when they first were walking up to this area, to like this plane? So it's just like things like that, just like what you were saying earlier, Xavier. Like it's like the logic mixed with very sneaky dinosaurs that are ninjas somehow. Like these huge things aren't making noises. It's just like it. For me, it turns this nice moment in the movie, and then it makes me go like, ugh. It's like
What?
they kind of like ruin it. It's like, wait, what?
Yeah. You go.
How is
Wait,
it
huh?
that they're there all the time? And then it's, to me, it's like another, maybe it's like, I don't know, I haven't counted, but scene number 4 of them just trying to kind of emulate the first movie.
And then there's a massive herd, like out of nowhere.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like it's nice, but not as good. I feel like that's like, for me, this is like a lot of this movie. Like there's cool things in this movie. There's other things that bugged me, but it's like, and the times that they try to emulate to the older movies, it wasn't as good. Like it was.
Like I don't know. I was gonna ask Danny about the sequence when they finally got to the main compound, and
Mhm.
because it's at night, like all the generated electricity kind of goes off, and then it's like surprise, everything's on now, and like they go into the convenience store, and that it becomes the
They got music as well.
yeah, and it turns into the kitchen scene from the first
Mhm.
Jurassic Park, but
But not as
stranger,
good. But not as good.
yeah, but not as good, yeah.
And
It-
everything works 17 years later. I know, definitely, when I went to go watch it with my wife, the first thing she knows, she's like, so they're hiding out in this convenience store, and like everything there is like stacked perfectly, and
and
nothing.
edible,
Yeah,
yeah.
everything's edible, nothing's eaten, nothing's
Wasn't this
melted.
17 years ago? Like that's why I'm
Right.
just like, when did this
It's
shut
like
down? Did this shut down when
like
Jurassic World shut down? Or did it shut down because of the accident? Like I was just so confused. Like that's the
but
thing where just like I have to start when I start thinking, I'm like, man, this is just
it's
doesn't
like,
make
so
sense.
this is a place that has food in an island, and now dinosaurs broke out of the lab. They're not gonna go into this convenience store where there's food and like tear it all up. Like, it's a little weird.
Yeah. It was kind of odd, and they're like, I guess are they all now attracted to the light, and that's where we got the the flying raptors, like, and they had the whole like chase scene with the car and the other thing, and that's where Zora got the gun, and they go, the family goes under uh the grating, and then one of them's still stalking. I thought that was cool, and then Zora shows up, and she's just like, "Yo, I got a gun," and then just murks one of the dinosaurs. Like, all right, cool, just do that again, but she ran out of ammo, I think, but. Like that was just like, okay, this is nuts. And like I don't know. Like I was gonna like, yeah, like I think Anthony's kind of basically saying it the perfect way. It's just like there's the cool moments that are trying to evoke the older movies, and then it's like, wait, what? What's going on here? Like the only one that maybe that's even with like a lot of suspension of disbelief, I think that kind of works for me is all the stuff in the water. Because once we get to even like the D-Rex showing up, and then all of this like, oh, I had a backup plan, surprise. Okay, cool, that's why we hired you, I guess. But like, oh no, now we gotta find the third plan, which is the boat, and then the D-Rex thing, turning it on the boat, and there's just a lot of things that are really cool, and then it's like, wait, how did this happen? Or like there's barely an explanation. Like Danny, I was gonna ask you the final sequence with like the D-Rex and Kincaid going out into like the mangroves. Like, I wanted to get your take on it.
Well, you mean that he he just goes to sacrifice himself so the team could get away, and then somehow magically survives,
They had
and
another flare, and then the D-Rex doesn't
and
get
yeah,
distracted by
the
the other flare
D-Rex,
and go, "Oh, look, he's back."
yeah, and then just also just the D-Rex just disappears, no sound, no nothing.
They're ninjas.
Again, like
That
I
should
it
be
was
the
looks
next. That should
great.
be the next movie, because then it'll
I
be
that
really
was
scary.
so
Just ninja
confusing.
dinosaurs.
Yeah, ninja dinosaurs, and they have to have like you know,
with
the
Fast
ninja
and Furious.
mask.
Ninja masks on.
And they could be prehistoric pterosaur finally. Yeah, dude. I don't know, like
How did he swim
it's
so far away? He swam so far
Yeah.
away too.
And not attract, like, how did he even get away from, like, I don't, too many questions.
yeah, like there's really a lot going on there. And again, like the most egregious thing for me in this movie is the like the fact that Ruben, the dad, like his leg was straight up messed up. And nope, I'm surprised it's not anymore. Like that to me is just terrible. Like at least have it be caught in something. It doesn't have to break, but maybe it got caught in something and he's stuck. And then the stuckness can be like, okay, I'm hurt for a bit. But like, no, don't show a snap, break, or a dislocation, and then surprise, I got better in like 14 hours or something, or like oh, sorry, a whole day passed or something like that. I just like there are just little things like that that just it's me like the writing and plotting just kind of take me out. And like the fact that like we're dealing with mutant dinosaurs, like okay, that's cool, but it also like undermines and I think undervalues the OG dinosaurs in the sense of just like the majesty of wonders. Just like, oh, I'm looking at Frankenstein monsters now. Kind of like to me, it ruined a bit of the mystique behind it. It's more just like, all right, people are dealing with like in a creature thing, and just so happens to be revolve around Jurassic Park stuff. I don't know. Like it's just like if anyone feel different, would feel like kind of share or want to add to that.
No, I mean I'm pretty much in agreement with what you guys are saying. Like it has like the movie itself has its great moments, its cool moments, but it like you get taken out of it when these little weird stupid things happen. Like all the things that we've talked about. So it's I don't know. Like I've just got like mixed feelings about it. I'm sure you guys also pretty much have your mixed feelings about it too overall.
I do still think it's better than Dominion for sure.
But not by a lot. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like very
like
minimal.
generally I like Dominion's plot. I like the idea that this guy's trying to like again it's dealing more with the science, the mad science of like, oh, like the locust problem is a problem I created. Oops. And like that kind of stuff like tied into the like ties into the general themes of the movie. This one just felt like go to island where dinosaurs are and see what happens. And like MacGuffin is find stuff for magic heart cure. Like
It was like it was like an old Zelda game where they're like find the 3 jewels in order to get to this place. And so it's like here's the 3 missions to get this. And then things happen.
and then like how do you get out? Oh no. And then we conveniently got out of stuff, but also bad guy got comeuppance and guy whose lifelong dream gets to live lifelong dream and father bonds with daughters and reluctant boyfriend like and man again Kincaid's whole like arc kind of doesn't make sense to me. Like it's just like okay cool like he's gonna go out there, he's gonna sacrifice himself for this family, for this dad and the kids, and then surprise I did it. Like I'm not saying I wanted him to die, I'm just saying like
It would have
it would have
it
been a
would have made
cooler
more
way.
sense and would have been better if he
It would have
did.
made more sense, or if they would have found a different way for him to like outsmart this D-Rex or show that like, yeah, like I'm the
He
bomb.
did.
Like, but like it was hand wave magic. It wasn't like I'm smart, I know what I'm doing here. Like check this out, and then boom, I win. Like I don't know. Like it just
He
it
swam-
felt too
He
cheap.
swam better.
He swam better than walking on
that's
water.
it.
Yeah, because D-Rex has forearms and can't. Yeah, like I guess if I'm gonna lead off, like I think that was Anthony's final thought. I like the
No.
analogy; it's pretty
That
cool.
one.
But oh, go ahead, sir.
So when I first saw this movie, I had the same reaction. I'm like, it was okay. I think it was better than Dominion because Dominion was like to me, it was just like a disappointment. It's not like oh this movie's god awful. It was just so disappointing because they had all the original characters and the new characters together, and I thought they were gonna do like a No Way Home but of Jurassic Park, and it just didn't happen. So for me, Dominion was more of a disappointment because Dominion still had some pretty wacky and cool sequences, and they also had cool dinosaurs in it too.
Yeah,
And the thing I liked about Dominion is that even though they only touched on it a little bit, is that they actually had dinosaurs in the wild, in Earth, like on the Earth where people are. There's dinosaurs there as well. And like I thought that when they first started the Jurassic World movies, that starting from the second one, that the movies were gonna go in that route. That like once the park from the first Jurassic World movie kind of like got destroyed and a lot of the dinosaurs, left. I thought from there, like, okay, now we're gonna get Jurassic World, and it didn't really happen in the second one and the third one. They kind of like skipped some of it, and they told us, "Hey, now they're in the wild, and this is what's happening." So another one of those show don't tell. Uh, like instead of telling us, I would wish they showed us. But so I was disappointed in Dominion, and then this one, to me, they started the movie saying, "Oh, people don't care about dinosaurs anymore." So it's like already they kind of just like brushed away the dinosaurs are barely on the earth anymore because they're dying. And somehow the dinosaurs figured out that they have to go to the equator so they could survive. And which is whatever. I'm not even going to go into that.
It's
But
more just like those. I think it's more just like those are the other ones that survived. Like
yeah, but I'm just saying,
in
like
that area.
they like write that in so that they don't have to deal with another movie of having dinosaurs in the wild because it might have to be more expensive or something. It's like, but that's probably what people want to see. Like that was kind of like the promise of you calling it Jurassic World. Like this one, I don't even know why it's called Jurassic World because it's really Jurassic Island because apparently they're all dead in the world or most of them.
They're just stuck
Yeah.
in like in
Right.
those
They're stuck in
climates. Yeah.
one area. They're stuck in one area. And so it's like the second time I watched this movie, like to me, it was the beginning, like we were mentioning, like the beginning felt more boring to me until it gets to, like the missions. And then I was like, so like I'm conflicted where it's like, even though I'm very disappointed at how Dominion was, I feel like I got more of what I was looking for in like a dinosaur movie in Dominion than I did in this one. I felt like this one had cool moments, but a lot of the moments were also like rehashes of the other movies. And so part of me is almost like I don't know if Dominion's worse than this one because at
That's
least
actually yeah.
Dominion was trying like something different and new. He just the script was bad and they spent too much time on the locusts instead of like making a better story around the dinosaurs and like the two groups coming together. Whereas this one was just like we have a team, this is the main plot, and then all of a sudden and we're gonna throw in a family here just to have like families and barely anyone dies in this movie. So it's like it almost to me this movie almost kind
Four
of seems
people
like
died in the movie. I think.
yeah, it's like this
Oh,
movie
so we have
almost
to count the helicopter pilot. So like 6 people.
yeah, yeah. It's this week almost seems like a waste because, it's probably gonna make money. I don't know if it's gonna make as much money as the other ones, but it's like I don't really see them making another trilogy with these characters. And to me, it's just like that's not very good unless they just like if they keep making them, they just keep making one-offs instead of trilogies.
Yeah, that's what I
Um,
would think. They probably just like standalone stuff.
because like I like the actors in the movie, but like they just don't have the best stuff to work with. Scarlett Johansson and Mahershala Ali are great actors, and they kind of like get dumbed down to a 5-minute sequence of them talking about their past, and that's like the only backstory you get of them, and then you just assume that they're cool, badass characters. I don't know. Uh, so I guess to me, I think the more I've thought about it, and since I watched it twice, I think I'm gonna put Dominion slightly above this one, which is weird because I really did not like Dominion. But yeah, I don't know. And you know me, the first Jurassic Park is like one of my favorite movies of all time. So like of course I'm gonna compare it to that one. And I just feel like this one was like too much of like trying to rehash like the glory days and then not enough on top of that to like say like, oh, this one was so cool. So I don't know. I'm conflicted, but yeah, I might be
Yeah.
in a minority because I know a lot of people didn't like Dominion, and I don't either. But I think I might like it a little bit more just because it was a little different. Um, but yeah, there you go. That's my piece.
Yeah, I honestly I can respect that because like the more I think about it now, it's just like yeah, like at least Dominion was like is trying again that kept to some of the main themes of like the of like what the Jurassic Park is. A lot of it's about. It's just like, you know, technology and nature and man's hubris getting out of control and having consequences. Like I didn't really have that in this movie. It's more just like, uh-oh, dinosaurs doing stuff. It was a bit like a worse Jurassic
Uh-oh.
Park 3. Yeah. Uh-oh. Yeah, it felt like a worse Jurassic Park 3 to me.
Yeah,
Um
like yeah, it's like, so I know there's some other types of movies where, let's just say, like Transformers. A lot of what we probably complain about and other people complain about is that, like, there's not enough Transformers in these Transformers movies. It's too much of like the dumb humans and then a little bit of the Transformers. But these movies, like even the original one, like the human characters, like were interesting and like cool characters. So it's like you cared for the humans, so that when someone dies, you're like, oh man, that's crazy that this person died, because they're like a main character or one of the main characters. But it's like, I feel like the past couple movies of Jurassic Park movies, it's like they keep like, I don't know, diminishing like the level of character, where it's like you don't even like really care anymore. So it's like, if they don't make you care anymore, then why they even have human characters then? Let's just start making the dinosaurs talk, and then and then like have it just be a dinosaur movie. So it's
yeah.
like I feel like they just, if you're gonna have characters in these movies, then you gotta make them compelling, just like they were in at least for sure in the first movie. So
Yeah, like honestly, like the way I see this movie, it's like again, it's I know it's lifting a lot from like maybe like some set pieces more so from the books that they couldn't do in the original one. Uh and like or you see like the first two, but to me it feels like a worse or like, you know, not as effective uh way like to me it feels like, okay, if you were to compare this to another movie that does what this movie tries to do but significantly better, it would be Alien Romulus. Like see like how Romulus had like a
yes,
lot of
yeah,
like
a lot of
oh, these are
callbacks.
the little things, a lot of callbacks and kind of like recognition for that stuff. Like Romulus does what this movie tries to do so much better. But that's basically like if you're gonna try to compare the two, it's like, hey, this is what great looks like, and this is what like all right looks like. That's it.
Yeah, yeah, that's a pretty good comparison. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that
agree with that. Ha-
yeah.
I think it's pretty telling also that none of us were pretty much at the end of this, and none of us have talked about the music.
And it's the splat, right?
It's the splat, and of course they have sprinkles here and there of the original theme, but like barely, at least to me, barely made an impact, because it's like they're just playing it to try to, kind of like what I was talking about and during Superman. It's like they're playing it just to get at your heartstrings because you know how awesome that music is. But it's like when they play it in the middle of the movie, it's like I don't feel it at this moment, because like what you're showing me is not as grandiose as it was in the original movie. Um, but yeah,
Yeah, I would
and
say is
done
this
a lot
movie
better
if in
in
for
better
like a
movie.
more objective more like I would say this movie would be it's worse in that regards of in terms of like trying to keep and utilize the John Williams theme at least with James Gunn's Superman like the composers take
It
a
was still
certain
much better.
snippet. So yeah, they take a certain snippet of the main theme and like try to extrapolate it, make it a little bit of its own, and then bring back like the main fanfares. But yeah, uh, exactly to the point. Yeah, like the score and the music was kind of like just background stuff. Like yeah, like you could have added like some of the other like scary like winds, like flutes and winds and like the strings. Like I don't know if you go back to Jurassic Park. Do you remember the music when Ellie Sadler's running to the compound while uh God, what's the name of the hunter guy? Like he's basically like, oh, we're being hunted. You need to run right now. Like that music is like typical, like, oh crap, scary stuff's happening in Jurassic Park. Like I got none of that in this movie, or at least I don't remember any of it. I don't know if I'm like,
No, no,
going out of
no.
them here,
I
but you guys
agree.
know what I'm
Like
talking about? Yeah.
I agree. I
Okay,
like the
good.
music was not, to me, not memorable. And then when they would replay the John Williams score, I'd be like, oh yeah, like
I'm watching a Jurassic Park
there's
movie.
music
Oops.
in this movie. Like,
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah. But yeah, that's my main take. I know that's Anthony's main take. He said his. Danny or Zach, any lasting thoughts?
I don't think
Honestly,
so.
probably no. Yeah, probably not. I mean, yeah. To kind of keep it brief on the music, it was there. Pretty much it. Not
It's
not much to say about it other than
It was
yeah,
music.
it was
yeah,
there. The
It
music
was
was
music, and it
the
was a
music was
movie.
musicking.
yeah. It music to the movie, pretty much. But yeah, no, but and then so like with that also segueing into any lasting or any final thoughts about the movie as a whole, Danny or Zach?
Uh, yeah, I think I probably walked out of there with more questions about like the logic, like what we were talking about earlier, like just more questions than answers about why certain things were the way that they are from from like a movie making perspective and like a plot driving uh perspective.
Yeah,
Just that, yeah, I just think it's interesting with some of the choices that were made.
yeah,
And don't get
makes
me
sense.
wrong, like Gareth Edwards is a great visionary when it comes to like how his movies tend to look. I know he didn't write the movie, um, so no blame goes to him and or how the movie looks. I think the movie visually looks great.
Yeah,
Yes,
But
yes.
like the
which is
people that
wild because
wrote it,
David
yeah,
Kep, the writer, helped write the original movie.
Yeah, but
yeah, and
he helped write
that's
it
the weird
based
part.
off of a
Michael
book.
Crichton. Yeah,
Yeah, there's no book on this movie, so
yeah,
maybe
fair
Michael
enough.
Crichton
Yeah,
was the real heavy lifter.
and he just adapted the adaptations. Yeah,
Oh,
all right.
one thing.
Okay, go
So
ahead.
this girl took Dolores from the island,
Did she take her off the island? Yeah, or
as
did
her
they?
pet. Like it was in her backpack as they left the island. So that dinosaur's gonna die, right? Because it's not gonna be in the equator.
Yeah, because they're going to Cape Town, South Africa. So maybe there's a high chance. Killed this
Well,
dinosaur.
not
Good
even
job.
Cape Town, where they're going to wherever they live, which is not in the equator. So they're just like taking a baby dinosaur is gonna die in her backpack.
Exactly. Yeah.
But whatever.
But hey, poor Dolores.
It was
We
cute.
hardly knew ye. She was cute. All right. Danny, any other final thoughts?
They should try to not make another one for a bit.
Or use real dinosaurs, because this one was just like full.
Or
The majority of
do
them were mutated dinosaurs. Like, stop doing that. Like, go back to showing other dinosaurs. What's wrong with the Stegosaurus? Why? What's wrong with the Triceratops? Like, it's like they.
Triceratopses are cool.
I know.
That
I
was
want
like
to see
a
more of those.
Yeah, like
That's an in-universe thing where they I think they said in the first Jurassic World that oh yeah, people got bored of seeing the same old things,
we're
so
designer
we
dinosaurs.
cross
Yeah,
mutated or cross you know whatever mutated
yeah. It's what the
dinosaurs, which is
customers
why they
want. Yeah,
got
the park goers want. Yeah, they want to mix it up.
yeah.
Yeah, and that's a fault on the writer's part for writing that, because then you pigeonhole yourself for future movies for not. Now you're gonna just like have to keep doing mutated dinosaurs. It's like it's not gonna be cool anymore. We're now 4 movies into mutated dinosaurs.
Exactly. Yeah, we're now foreign dominance. Yeah. So, yeah, man. So, if I were to give this movie a rating, it would probably be, you know, 2 or 2.5 out of
Out of
5.
10? Oh, I was about to say, I was like, damn, out of 10?
No, no, 2.5 out of 5 Jeff Goldblum laughs from the first movie.
Ow.
It's like, and that's it. Like you don't get the other part. Yeah,
Yeah, I
but
don't know. I
yeah,
think
like
out of 10, dude, I think I'd give it like a
6.
6, maybe, or something like
Yeah,
that.
6. Yeah, I would honestly
5,
6,
5 or
five and a
6.
half, maybe.
6. Hold on to your butts. Like, I don't know.
6 hold on to your butts.
Five
Nice.
and a half. You didn't say the magic words.
Or Zach, you could say 5.5. No, that is one big pile of shit.
Yeah, that was 5 big piles of shit.
Well,
Which
so
is sad. I mean,
which is sad, yeah. Like I just gotta wrap it up. Like, we wanted more from the movie. We wanted to be entertained. We were like, you're mildly entertained, but then you go back to thinking, hey, wait a minute, and that's not a fun experience. You kind of like you want to be like, okay, if I'm gonna turn my brain off at the beginning, like okay, like don't make it completely egregious. So at least kind of be like, all right, this is kind of what we're doing, and that's it. But like Anthony said, we're disappointed maybe because we're expecting more. But if you listen to us kind of ramped about this and haven't seen the movie, you kind of now know what to expect. The it's like a fun little creature feature, but if you want like a lot more like pure dinosaur action, like you just get a little, just not a lot of it. You just get a lot of other like mutated stuff and some other kind of back and forths to kind of drive a very thin plot moving around. So
I did like that it was creepier. I like how they brought back the kind of horror aspect of the first one, because the first one is a creepy movie. Like little kids should not really watch the first one, even though I saw it when I was young. I probably shouldn't have seen it.
I mean,
But
that's why I really like, Fallen Kingdom. Like I thought like it had some of like the really like some of the more like scarier stuff, or like, hey, dinosaurs are freaky. Like the Carnosaurus or whatever, I forgot what the name of the dinosaur was in the tunnel with the lava still coming through in the volcano. I was like, damn, that's freaky. Like that's a really cool.
yeah, I barely remember that movie.
Yeah.
I've only seen it once.
I think I've seen it twice, but like I dig it. Like I think like I thought it was kind of cool. Like I liked again the concept and the idea. But anyway, like that's just something else. They have freaking Indoraptors and whatever. But anyway, yeah. You heard us rant about it?
You think they'll use the same cast and then bring back Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard, and they'll do
Please
like
don't.
another team up?
Please don't. Yeah, I rather not.
If they do that, Chris Pratt better be riding on Blue the Raptor.
Yeah, if you're gonna go
That's what
really
I
out
want.
there,
Like
you need to go out there.
they need
But
to just do a Dino Riders movie, like that old
Blue
cartoon.
went to go live in Montana or something, and then that's when they started dying. Just random stuff. We don't know. Again, like the big jump time, like Zach mentioned, the big time jump, like text talking about all this stuff is kind of like, oh, okay, cool. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at with it. If but with that, we still got a couple more of these, fun little blockbusters. Can't wait to talk about next week's episode. As of recording this, we had already seen it. So get ready very soon for our big takes on none other than Fantastic Four. Get to hang out with my dog, Herbie.
I'm excited to talk about that one.
Herbie is my dog. I cannot wait. All right, everybody. So once again, thank you for listening to us talk about Jurassic World Rebirth. Let us know what you liked, what you didn't like, over on all of our socials. Definitely continue to like and subscribe. Keep the conversation going. And until next time, keep that popcorn hot and ready.
Later.
See ya.